Sir Clive Woodward backs Steve Borthwick amid England's Six Nations collapse. What lies ahead for the head coach following a turbulent 2026 Six Nations campaign? England head coach Steve Borthwick finds himself under intense scrutiny. The reigning world champions of 2003, led by Sir Clive Woodward, have voiced strong opinions about his future, but Woodward himself has publicly backed Borthwick to remain at the helm and guide England into the 2027 Rugby World Cup, after a season in which England had previously recorded an extraordinary run of 12 consecutive victories. Expectations were high that Borthwick's side could mount a serious challenge for the Six Nations title and potentially a Grand Slam. However, reality proved far harsher, with England finishing in fifth place, having suffered 4 successive defeats following an opening round win over Wales. The collapse has prompted heated debate within the rugby community, with pundits and former internationals split over the fate of the head coach. Pressure mounts, calls for change. The criticism from former players and commentators has been sharp. Ex-England fly-halves Andy Goode and Stuart Barnes were particularly vocal, arguing that Borthwick had failed to build a team capable of navigating the pressures of top-tier international rugby consistently. Barnes, in particular, has described Borthwick as a master of short-term turnarounds, suggesting that while he has delivered flashes of brilliance, he has yet to convince skeptics that he can construct a sustained winning culture. Despite this, Woodward, who masterminded England's 2003 World Cup triumph, has taken a different stance. Writing in his Daily Mail column, Woodward praised Borthwick's composure and leadership, arguing that the head coach is more than capable of guiding England through to the next global tournament. He emphasized that one poor tournament, even a historically bad Six Nations showing, does not define a coach's ability to inspire and lead. Last Saturday showed me Borthwick is good enough to lead England into the next World Cup, Woodward wrote. While acknowledging the 48-46 defeat to France in the Six Nations finale, he pointed out that the close result demonstrated the squad's continued belief in their coach, even in adversity. The weight of the job. England coaching is no easy task. Woodward drew parallels between Borthwick's situation and his own early experiences as England head coach. Taking over in 1997, Woodward himself endured a rocky start, losing his first 4 games in charge. The intense scrutiny that accompanies the role, he argues, is something few outsiders can truly understand. It can be incredibly tough to be England coach when things aren't going right, Woodward wrote. He recounted how early criticism could even affect family life, sharing an anecdote about a radio broadcast featuring former captain Will Carling criticizing him in front of his young daughter. For Borthwick, Woodward suggests that a similar approach to managing pressure is required. He recommends a complete break from rugby to decompress and spend time with family, rather than subjecting himself to an exhaustive internal review by the Rugby Football Union, RFU. Woodward is clear. What Borthwick needs most is space to recharge physically and mentally before turning his attention to the forthcoming Nations Championship in South Africa. Acknowledging mistakes, lessons from the Six Nations. While backing Borthwick, Woodward did not shy away from pointing out key areas for improvement. He singled out a crucial misstep during the Six Nations campaign: Borthwick's tendency to look ahead to future fixtures rather than focusing solely on the immediate task. I was surprised Borthwick looked ahead to a potential Grand Slam game with France before a ball had been kicked, Woodward admitted. In his experience, even the hint of a squad looking past the next game can destabilize performance at the highest level. Woodward believes that Borthwick's coaching staff structure is another factor contributing to England's inconsistencies. Frequent changes in the backroom team over his 3-year tenure have, he argues, potentially sown confusion regarding roles and responsibilities. My view from the outside is that Borthwick needs to empower his assistant coaches a lot more, he wrote. He emphasized that England's players have abundant resources and support, but the challenge lies in ensuring the coaching team is coordinated, effective, and empowered to implement strategies without overburdening the head coach. Delegation is key. A recurring theme in Woodward's advice is the importance of delegation. He points to the need for clarity in the coaching structure. Who is in charge of defense? Is it Richard Wigglesworth, Joe Labd, or Byron McGuigan? Are attacking strategies being properly led by Lee Blackett? Woodward stresses that an effective international coach must trust their assistants to take responsibility for their areas of expertise. By overextending himself and trying to manage all facets alone, Borthwick risks inefficiency and diminished team performance. Empowering assistants not only helps distribute workload but can also reinvigorate players who may feel unclear on tactical direction or leadership. Woodward suggests that if Borthwick feels changes are necessary within his coaching team, he should act decisively while ensuring these staff members are fully supported in their roles. This approach, Woodward argues, is essential for building a resilient, cohesive unit capable of competing at the highest level. The player perspective. Despite the criticism, Borthwick's squad largely remains supportive of him. The narrow defeat to France in the Six Nations finale, which ended in heartbreak, also showed that the players still trust his leadership and approach. That belief is crucial, Woodward notes, because it provides a foundation upon which the head coach can rebuild. The players' confidence in Borthwick is, in part, a reflection of the culture he has cultivated within the squad. He has sought to instill professionalism, resilience, and adaptability, all of which were evident in the moments when England were competitive, even in defeat. Woodward underscores that retaining a coach in whom players have faith is often more valuable than reacting precipitously to one poor tournament. Looking ahead, Nations Championship and beyond. The forthcoming Nations Championship represents both a challenge and an opportunity for Borthwick. Woodward advises using the break wisely, emphasizing that mental recovery is just as critical as physical preparation. A clear mind, well-rested players, and a stable coaching structure can provide the platform for improvement in South Africa. Borthwick's task will involve addressing the tactical inconsistencies revealed during the Six Nations. England's defensive structure, attack patterns, and set-piece strategies all came under scrutiny, and adjustments will be necessary to ensure competitiveness on the global stage. Woodward highlights that the emphasis should not solely be on immediate results but on building a robust system that can withstand pressure in the 2027 Rugby World Cup. The broader context, England rugby at a crossroads. Borthwick's position reflects a broader tension within English rugby. After years of success and incremental progress, the sudden regression during the 2026 Six Nations has ignited debate about the direction of the national team. Critics argue that structural, tactical, and psychological issues must be addressed, while supporters insist that continuity, patience, and measured intervention are key to long-term success. Woodward's endorsement reinforces the idea that England's current struggles do not necessarily signal a crisis of leadership. Instead, they highlight the cyclical nature of international rugby, where even strong teams can endure poor tournaments due to form, injuries, and competitive dynamics. By advocating for a balanced approach, recovery, reflection, and strategic adjustments, Woodward provides a roadmap for turning adversity into opportunity. Conclusion, patience and perspective. Steve Borthwick's tenure as England head coach is at a critical juncture. The 2026 Six Nations may have been disappointing, but it also provides a valuable learning experience. Sir Clive Woodward's advice emphasizes patience, empowerment, and perspective. By taking a step back, delegating effectively, and rebuilding confidence within the squad, Borthwick has the chance to lead England with clarity and purpose into the 2027 Rugby World Cup. In a sport where pressure is immense and public scrutiny is relentless, having a mentor like Woodward offering perspective is invaluable. His message is clear: do not react in haste, focus on the fundamentals, support your players, and trust in the process. For Borthwick, the road ahead may be challenging, but it is far from over. While critics continue to call for drastic action, the measured approach advocated by Woodward suggests that continuity, combined with targeted improvements, could yet see England regain their momentum and challenge once more on the world stage.